rivalry between the Redskins and the Ravens?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a water cool rivalry, there's no doubt about it. It's not a player rivalry, it's definitely a fans rivalry because we're in the same area together. Huge rivalry because, well, I'll tell you what, you know what?
$6.95 is better than $4.95.
Can I get an interpreter, please? I'm Cameron Hughes, the super fan, and I know rivalries.
All right, game time.
Sports teams hire me to pump up their fans and get them to root against their biggest rivals.
Now I'm going across America to explore the biggest borderline rivalries, figure out how they started, and who comes out on top.
From food to sports to local history, I'm meeting their fans, digging up the rivalry origins, and picking sides on Borderline Rivals.
This is my ticket to get in.
Let's go, Ravens!
Fight for old DC!
Woo-hoo! All right, today I'm at Mother's Bar and Grill here in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm heading to FedEx Field with 50 of my new friends. We're gonna go check out and see what this rivalry's all about. Let's get on the bus!
The rivalry between the Washington Redskins and the Baltimore Ravens isn't just on the field or out here at the tailgate party. There's a rivalry between the cities that spans 300 years with a lot of bad blood.
When it comes to the end of the day, it's all about Baltimore.
DC, Baltimore, nation's capital.
Nobody.
Get out of here.
Separated by only 40 miles of highway, they kind of resemble the same shape, and their populations are nearly identical.
For me to root for one of these cities, I need to find out more about them. The best way to do that is to get to know their history and meet some folks from the neighborhood. What are some of the historical places I should go?
Fells Point. I mean, you're
Fells
around the
Point?
water. You have a lot of history in Baltimore going on, and you're around the harbor.
Where should I go in D.C.?
Washington monuments, all the monuments, the Capitol,
And what about the neighborhoods? Where should I go?
Eastern Market, the best market in the United States.
What's so good about it?
The food, the freshness, the atmosphere.
Is it awesome?
It's great. It's awesome.
Where should I go in Baltimore?
Federal Hill. It's where all the young people are. That's where we are right now. It's where you see our Redskins fan right now.
And that's where I'm starting.
Baltimore is a workhorse type of city. It's got this really cool industrial vibe. You know, this place was thriving way before D.C. even existed.
And the Federal Hill neighborhood is one of its oldest.
This is your backyard, Federal Hill, right here.
It is, in fact.
Tell me about it. Beautiful place.
This was really the birthplace of Baltimore. Been here since 1608. So,
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
And as you can see, the harbor here has played a huge part in Baltimore's growth and this neighborhood's growth for hundreds of years.
What does this have that D.C. doesn't have?
I mean, it's gritty, it's real, and we have a lot of fun.
That's kind of an understatement. Federal Hill got its name from a 1788 hootenanny celebrating Maryland ratifying the Constitution.
There was a lot of hard cider, a lot of beer, a lot of food. It was a big party here. It was led by Commander Joshua Barney, who was a naval hero, really. They built a small replica of a sailing ship. It was named the Federalist, and after several hours of revelry, Barney and an impromptu crew decide they're going to slide the Federalist right on down the hill into the harbor and sail it over to George Washington's place in Mount Vernon.
And?
It sank.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Once they fixed the boat and sailed it down to Mount Vernon, Washington rejected it.
That whole deal with Washington saying, get out of here with your stupid boat, really put Baltimore
Really?
off. Oh, yes. That was one of the first slights, and the city has been slighted ever since.
I think Baltimore has more character.
It's Smaltimore. Everybody here knows you. We're more down to earth.
The British invaded DC first for a reason. We are the destination that everybody wants to be at.
And that's why I'm here, to check out Washington, D.C.'s Capitol Hill neighborhood and its Eastern Market.
This is full on. I like it.
Like Baltimore's Federal Hill, Washington, D.C.'s Capitol Hill is the oldest neighborhood in the city. It got its start around 1800 when the new U.S. government began hiring its first employees. Yep, transients even then.
I think there's a big misconception about people that there isn't a neighborhood feel in D.C. because it's so transient.
People who come here may feel that way, but they're transient.
So you're from Washington, D.C.?
Well, I've spent most of my life here. I've never met anyone that has said I was born and raised in D.C.
Yes, me. You're looking at it. D.C. native, born and raised right here.
It's really nice to meet someone that was.
Eastern Market is kind of a center for the city.
And it's that way by design. Washington, D.C. originally had a public market set as the center of each of its quadrants. Today, Eastern Market is the last public market standing in D.C.
One of the things we found in Baltimore, everyone there said, well, D.C. doesn't really have a neighborhood feel. They don't have that sort of
I beg to differ.
What do you think?
Yeah, dude. Oh, no. This place has got character, got personality.
It does, yeah?
Yeah, it does. You know, we have families that come here that have been coming here for several generations. Being here as long as I have been, the kids have watched, people watch my kids grow here and have their own kids. And I've watched many a person come in here to have their kids grow up and bring their kids in here, so.
What can I get you? What do you need? Want some chicken?
No.
Some wings? You getting a duck?
Yes, sir.
Why is today a duck day?
Well, that's for Christmas.
For Christmas, Christmas duck. And you need anything? You need any wings for the football game tomorrow? Are you from D.C.?
Yes.
Born and raised here?
Yes.
Wow. So what do you think of growing up here in the neighborhoods and the energy and the?
I love it.
You love it?
I'm here almost every Saturday.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Is this a really important part of your community?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Always been.
Get some duck for my friend. Mel Senior, all right. Yeah. People of Baltimore were talking a lot about the community and neighborhood. They had tons of pride in it. And they didn't think it existed in D.C. White picket fences? I don't know. I'm feeling a sense of community and neighborhood in D.C.
But when compared to Baltimore's Federal Hill neighborhood, to me, it had a lot more going for it than Capitol Hill's picket fences and fine market. Up next on Borderline Rivals, I sail into Baltimore's history and uncover Fells Point's powerful past.
Fells Point and Baltimore were marked cities by the British to burn to the ground.
Discovering a thriving city built on industrial moxie
There's a lot of pride here.
that decayed, while Washington, D.C. grew into a shining city on the hill.
They told you in Baltimore that we don't have any community.
And I put the pedals down and try to survive in the city where history is made daily.
Here we have the Museum of News.
Come on, only in D.C. would you have that.
In the Battle of the Beltway, I'm going to need all the help I can get to decide who's going to come out on top on Borderline Rivals.